Sorry, I know this is a video about the stock pot, but I just couldn't resist putting the silver cell here in the video. I've just disassembled it, and I'm getting ready to take this silver crystal out, harvest it, and restart the silver cell. But I just wanted to get a shot of these silver crystals. They're awesome. They're not as good as that last batch that I had that I sold on my internet store there, on my eBay store. But these are pretty neat looking, so I just wanted to include them in the video. Okay, I've got nearly 100% of the electrolyte out of there now, and I'm just kind of checking out the crystals here, and I notice that down in the center, down there, there's a couple of very unusually shaped crystals down in the bottom there. So what I'm going to do, I think, is try to isolate these, get these individual crystals out here, and clean them up and offer them for sale on my eBay store. Got a brand new pair of tweezers here. I'm going to try to reach down in here and grab these, see if they'll come out. They're all grown together with the rest of the crystals. Very unusual looking. Very neat. I'm going to put them in some distilled water here and let them rinse off. Scrape down the rest of these crystals in this bowl here. There's probably 2 kilos of pure silver here. Now I'll pour the electrolyte off into my 5-liter beaker here. There's a nice one right there. My goodness. It's a beautiful crystal. Put that in the water with the other ones and save it. I'm looking down in here as I rinse this off. I'm using hot distilled water to rinse this off, and I'm finding these are brand new tweezers, never been used, fresh and clean. When I find crystals like that, I'm pulling them out and put them in the jar of water over here. Not all of them grow like that. Most of them grow like what you see in here. But when I find those nice ones that are shaped beautifully like those are, I pick them out and save them. And I'll offer those for sale on my eBay store. I've got this Corningware pan on the stove, and I just pour in the pure silver crystal and leave it on low heat and let this dry out. It will dry completely in about an hour on low heat. I've set up a small apparatus here to dissolve some fresh electrolyte for the silver cell. I've got 620 grams of pure silver crystal in this beaker. Got it on low heat, and I added about 800 ml of distilled water. Then I put about just under 200 ml of concentrated nitric acid in there to get it started. And then, rather than having to sit here and add the acid a little bit at a time, I set up a small addition funnel, a 500 ml addition funnel with 300 ml of concentrated nitric acid in it. And I've got it set up so that it drips the acid in a little bit at a time. Let me show you that there. It's just kind of dropping the acid in out of that funnel, a few drops at a time. And what it'll do is it'll prevent me from having to sit out here and watch it. I can slowly drip the acid into the container continually, a little bit at a time, and I'll be able to dissolve that 620 grams of pure silver for the electrolyte in my silver cell. Here I'm adding the electrolyte from the silver cell cleanout to a beaker full of clean copper to cement the silver out of the spent electrolyte. This is about 15 minutes worth of video footage condensed into about 30 seconds. Here you can see the silver coming out of solution, out of the electrolyte, onto those pieces of copper, forming pure elemental silver metal powder that falls off of the copper and accumulates on the bottom of that beaker. Alright, I found another big crystal in here. I'm going to pull this thing out. Very unusual looking. I'm going to add that to the beaker here of the other crystals. Okay, I've got a 5,000 gram scale here. And what we're going to do is turn this on. And I'm going to weigh the pure silver crystal now in this glass container. And it looks like we've got 2,673 grams. Alright, here's our pan of silver. I think I spot another crystal that can be collected here, a nice one. It's got some nice facets to it. Put it in here with the rest of the special ones. Alright, we've got 2,670 grams of pure silver crystal. That's nearly 6 pounds. And I'll just add this to my collection. Alright, here's our crystals that I'm going to list on my eBay store for sale. See if I can get them out without breaking them apart. These will probably come apart. They're very fragile. There's that one. Very unusual shaped. This part is just come on out of there. This part here is just the normal shape that you usually see them. In fact, I'm going to take this off of here, put that in with the because that'll just break apart when I try to ship it. So I'm going to put this in with the rest of the batch of silver. Let me get these out of here. Take a good look at all these. These are nicely formed crystals that you don't normally get to see. There's a nice one. Looks like very nice. So what we'll do is I'll rinse these all off real good and dry them all off. This group right here, this one I'm just going to put in with the batch. It's already starting to fall apart there. That's normal shape of the crystals. But this stuff here, these pieces here are very unusual, and the way it's growing perpendicular like that to the main crystal is very unusual. This will probably break apart, but the shape and size of these crystals is very beautiful, abnormal. And so I'll get these rinsed off, cleaned up, dried off, and we'll put this group right here. This one's not included back here. That's going to be put in a regular batch, but this group of crystals will be what I'll offer for sale on my eBay store. Well, this should do it for the silver crystal video. I was in the middle of doing my stock pot number 13 series. 13 in the series, and my silver cell got full, so I had to stop and clean it out, so I decided to make this short video. Here's the silver that I got out of it. That's about 5.8 pounds of pure silver crystal. I'm just accumulating this right now with the price of silver so low. It doesn't make any sense to sell any silver right now. You don't have to. And out of that batch, I was able to retrieve some beautiful silver crystals. And these are very unusual shapes. Out of each batch, some of the crystal will grow like this. I don't know how to duplicate it or make it happen over and over. These are extremely rare, and they have a very unique shape to them, and they have nice faceted sides that reflect the light nicely. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this up for sale on my eBay store. There's probably, let's see how much weight we got here. There's probably going to be about probably a troy ounce of pure silver crystal here. Here's my guess. I got the silver crystal on my scale here. Put the paper on, tear the scale, and put the crystals on. I've got 26.6 grams of pure silver crystal here. So what I'm going to do is list this on my eBay store. 7-day auction. Starting bid will be 99 cents. That'll conclude the video. Thanks for watching.